Hi guys, what is up? Team Dose Line 671 coming at you with a newly updated Blue Eyes deck tutorial. I know you guys been waiting a long time for an update, and I'm going to showcase you guys not only a few test hands, but a modified version of the deck profile you saw earlier. So as always, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell and be a part of the notification squad. And let's get straight into this. So a brief deck profile. Once again, if you want to see a full deck profile with going into the cards in detail, I recommend pausing this video and backtracking to my latest Blue Eyes deck profile. But for now, we're going to go ahead and continue if you guys are good. So first off, 3 copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the legendary powerful engine destruction. 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Only 2, no more and no less. 2 copies of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. 1 copy of Blue Eyes the Best Dragon. More into this when we get into the tutorial. To continue the Blue Eyes lineup, 1 copy of Dragon Spirit of White. Just a brief mention why I decided to play this now. Easily summonable with special summonable with King of Dragons, Dictator Dragon, and it just helps with matchups like Kashtira and Runix because it's Walking Cosmic Cyclone, and plus you get a special summon free Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand while the opponent controls a monster. That's a quick effect too, so you can even dodge effects like Imperm. Okay, so next we play 1 copy of Chaos Dragon Leviathan to round off the big dragons. And then for the smaller dragons, White Stone of Legend. 2 copies White Stone of Ancients. And for our last tuner, Dragon Tuner that is, Ringo Worm, the dragon guarding 100 apples. More on this later. Fine addition to the deck. Now for the Spellcaster lineup, which we run quite a few. 3 Sage of Eyes of Blue. Stratos to the deck, undoubtedly. And then 2 copies of Effect Veiler. I like playing 2 because you can stack it. So if you Veiler and they call by the grave, you could just Veiler again. Or if they try to do something cheeky like Book of Moon, you could just Veiler on top again. Veiler is not what's per turn, so you can stack him. However you prefer. 3 copies of Dictator Dragon. Dictator D's nuts. Kidding. Sorry, YouTube. So Dictator D. Okay, so that'll be it for the monster lineup. Let's go straight into the spells. 3 copies of Duality. I'll show you guys how to use this momentarily. And pardon the background noise, I am catching up with laundry. 3 copies of the Melody of Awakening Dragon, primary searcher of the deck. 3 copies of Traded, primary deck thinner of the deck, and primary draw power. The only one you need, really. You can play 1 copy of Card Constance if you want, but so far Traded is the best card in here for draw power. 1 copy of Dragon Ravine to send our dragons we need to the graveyard. 1 copy of Dragon Shrine, same purpose. And then to continue the spell lineup, we also play 1 copy of 1 for 1. Because, it's 1 for 1, bring out your stones. And that stone's no stone, it's an egg. I'm just kidding. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, because, it's Monster Reborn, why not? Polymerization, because why not? Ultimate Fusion, because it's a beast. 1 copy of Bingo Machine Go, if I may say so myself. Because why not have a game of bingo while you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Then for the trap lineup, we play 1 copy of True Light. 1 copy of Ultimate Creature Destruction. Pretty much turn any Blue Eyes on the field into God mode for 1 turn. 3 copies of Skill Drain. 1 copy of Solemn Judgment. Or 2 copies of Solemn Judgment. Making good time, guys. For this deck tutorial, I'm gonna just leave out the side deck because we're not really gonna add that in while we're showing you guys the deck tutorial. The side deck's totally up to you. Okay, so extra deck. One copy of the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. One copy of Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. One copy of Harbor Dragon Archfiend Abyss. More on how we bust them out in this deck as soon as we get to the tutorial. Almost there, guys. We're making good time. One copy of Bestial Dispatter. A new addition to the deck only because we're now playing Ringo Worm, which will allow us to have access to Bestial Dispatter. One copy of Baron de Fleur, because why not Baron de Fleur? That'll be our only 5 synchro monsters. To me, this is all we need. That's the way I see it. Then our link monster, just Link Karibo. Only one. I tried playing Herodic Seal. I feel like with Blue Eyes being so big and so many good monsters now, you only really need Link Karibo for our Link. This deck's primarily going around Fusion Synchros and Exceeds, so I believe playing just Link Karibo just fits the bill, so you can get your stones active. And he's a good defender, pretty good defender too. So to continue, one copy of number 97 Draglupion. For Draglupion package, we also run number 100 Numeron Dragon and the Titanic. I'm just kidding. Iceberg can't seek that Titanic. I'm just kidding. Number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. And then the fusion lineup. Borlo Furious Dragon. More on how we're going to bring that out in this deck. Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. One copy of Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Because goes from 1 head to 2 heads to 3 heads. Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. And last and certainly not least, we actually play now the OG Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Only because we're playing Skildrian a lot in here, and I feel like we could have access to another Ultimate Dragon. I'll show you how to do that and bust out both Ultimate Dragons. Okay, so excellent timing, guys. We only are 7 minutes in, about 7 minutes in, so let's go ahead and power shuffle, and then I'll go ahead and proceed to show you guys the deck tutorial. I'm going to correct a few errors I made in the last tutorial, so I got you. I'll go ahead and refresh you guys on how to do the correct method. So just let me know again if I missed anything. I'm always open for criticism, and I thank you guys for all of your support and kindness in the most sincere way possible. Okay, so let's see. Power shuffle, every day I'm shuffling. Bum, 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 bum. Literally every day I'm shuffling. I'm just kidding. But let's see. Let's go ahead and start our hand. So we're just going to show you a few ideal hands, and then we'll go ahead and do a few test hands. So the ideal hand you want to see is at least 1 Sage, 1 Melody, and if you can, if you have this in your opening hands, at least one of these cards, then you're pretty much good to go. We would also consider if we have Duality in our hand and Dragon Shrine. Like if you draw any of the burial cards like Dragon Shrine. There we go. Okay, so let's go and get started. Okay, first thing I want to clear. I'll teach you guys how to use Dragon Shrine, and not only that, use Abyss Dragon. So, standby main, activate Dragon Shrine. We send Blue Eyes White Dragon to the graveyard. And then we send the White Stone of Ancients. So if we're just ending here, I'll show you guys how to resolve Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. So end phase, activate effect of White Stone of Ancients. Special summon a Blue Eyes monster from the deck. We special summon into Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. If you're running the Chaos Max package, with which you realize I don't play in here, only because we're main boarding Skildrian now. So Abyss Dragon's gonna search the polymerization, triggering when he special summon. There's a polymerization. Then also in end phase, I search for level 8 or higher dragon. I would normally go for like Jet Dragon or Chaos Dragon Levianeer. This one. But for this case, we'll go and just bring out Jet Dragon. Jet Dragon also triggers while you have blue eyes in your field or graveyard, at least for a special summoning mechanic. And then what we'll do from here is we're gonna go ahead and rewind a little bit, and then we'll show you guys the other combos we do in here. So this is our starting hand. Okay, so the ideal setup now, I'll show you guys not only how to use Sage, but also to set up your dualities. So we're gonna normal summon Sage. So we'll use the effect to search. So that's gonna be your Ash bait primarily. The search is no big deal. We're just gonna search for Effect Veiler, because that's so easy to search for, and you have it Omni Negator ready on top of your setup. So next we're going to activate the Melody of Awakening Dragon. So let's jam up our guitar. Discard is cost. We're going to search for 2 monsters worthy of Blue Eyes stats. Those monsters worthy of such stats is Blue Eyes White Dragon and Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Following that, we're going to reveal to you Blue Eyes White Dragon. Or just special summon Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Okay, here's the graveyard, by the way. Then we're going to synchro summon into, I forgot to organize this, Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. But from there, we're going to, so that's 3 summons. We're going to go ahead and set a card face down. We're going to set the duality. Now I'll show you guys how to do this. We're just going to activate Dragon Shrine just for the heck of it. So we'll just send the Blue Eyes White Dragon to the graveyard, because you never know if they might like try to banish something. So we'll just send Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then we're gonna send. At this point, we could send another White Stone of Ancients if you want to, but for now, I think we're okay. So we'll just send the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon just for educational purposes. And the heck of it, we'll just send another White Stone of Ancients in second thought. That way I could show you guys that you could stack Blue Eyes or White Stone of Ancients first effect, where you could summon not 1 but 2 Blue Eyes from your deck. So you're going to end phase. You're on end phase now, so you're safe from Nibiru territory. So from there, we trigger the effect of White Stone of Ancients. We could now, because we have more than enough Blue Eyes in our graveyard. We're going to special summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. And then, just for the heck of it, we're going to go ahead and summon the Abyss Dragon. And then once again, triggering the effect. We're going to search the polymerization once again. And we're going to search either Levianeer or Jet Dragon. Me personally, sometimes I like searching another Jet Dragon, because you could also activate it from the hand. People forget about that. They're anticipating it going to the graveyard, and then you just surprise them with 1 in your hand, and you know, there's hardly anything they could do while it's in your hand. Okay, so you have this set up. This one protects your board, so you're good. And then you could just go off from here. Okay, so let's go. On their turn, you can negate. You can Omni negate. And then if they try something, you could just tribute to special summon Azure Silver Dragon. I'm starting to like this card now because it makes it where your dragons you control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So that's actually really dangerous, especially with when you're up against Kashtira. And if they still have something, you go duality. So this is where I'll show you guys how to use duality. So you have two options. Option number one, you could tribute one light or dark monster. In this case, we're going to tribute this dragon. This will allow us to summon Borlo Furious Dragon. Borlo Furious Dragon is pretty much the original DP. Excuse me. And then you could target one monster you control and one monster the opponent control, or one card the opponent controls, destroy them both. So you could like pop those two cards and then you could go from there. That's one way you could do it. Or if you just need another Omni Negate, rewind a little bit, you could instead activate this and then you tribute your Azure Eyes, you still could. And this one's going to go into All Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And then he's indestructible thanks to this one. And then you could just negate. So either way it works with you, then yes, by all means. But for now, we're going to rewind just a little bit. And we're going to just say we went with the Furious Dragon plane line. That way I could show you guys another part of the combo you could do with duality. So let's say it's our turn now. So nothing on end phase. Only we could just use Borlo's Furious Dragon's effect, and then this triggers Jet Dragon from our hand. So we have two Jet Dragons. Don't forget that it also triggers from hand, and it's anytime a card is destroyed by battle card effect, not just yours. Okay, so I draw, standby. We forget about Azure Eyes' second ability. Sometimes then we could special summon a normal monster from the graveyard, including the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, so we have a pretty good lineup already. So I'll go and show you the second effect of duality. This allows us to target one light and one dark monster in our graveyard, shuffle them back to the deck, then draw a card. So we could go ahead and target Iceland of Ancients and Borlo Furious because you can only use the second effect once per turn. So you might as well just shuffle one back to the deck so it's ready to go. Okay, so we banish this and then we return both the light and dark monster to the graveyard as cost. That's the whole cost. Banish, then target those two, and then you draw a card. Ooh, a Sage. Okay. So many combos we could do from here, but let's just show you the basic ones. We already have Polymerization in our hand too, so we have a pretty good lineup already. So from here, we're just gonna go ahead and say that we won that round, and I'll show you another combo for you guys. Okay, next I'm gonna show you guys how to use the Ringo Worm. So probably the same lineup. Sage, Melody, Dragon Shrine, Duality, and yeah, we'll just go from there. White Stone of Ancients. We could work something out. But this time, let's just say we do... No, we could do Dragon Shrine. But just for the heck of it, let's say we drew the Dragon of Veen instead. We just play one, and we don't really play the Romulus because I feel like it's not really necessary. So just one tech. Okay, so let me show you guys how to use the Dragon of Veen. So we're gonna go ahead and normal summon Sage to, bait out effects. We could go ahead and search for White Stone of Ancients or White Stone of Legend. So I'll show you guys how to use White Stone of Legend. We're gonna do Melody of Awakening Dragon and then pay cost. So if they do decide to ash this or draw unlock, you're still getting 3 searches off because White Stone of Legend is mandatory, so they had to let that resolve first. So let's see. If I'm not mistaken, you may correct me on that if you want, if you need to. So this one's gonna search for, let's see, Blue Eyes White Dragon and Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. And then the White Stone of Legend's gonna grab the Blue Eyes White Dragon, just like that. Then from here, we're going to use the effect of Dragon Ravine, just like that. Then we're gonna use the effect of Dragon Ravine once again. Discard, we're gonna send Ringo Worm from our deck to the graveyard. Just like this, Ringo Worm. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and reveal to you guys Blue Eyes White Dragon in order to summon Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. I would say for this combo though, let's just say we're going second. So let's just draw an extra card, just so I could keep you guys on board. So from here, we're gonna use the effect of Alternative White Dragon to destroy a monster they control. And then this will trigger Blue Eyes Jet Dragon to special summon. That way we could then synchro summon into Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon in attack mode, and this will trigger the Ringo Worm. So the way Ringo Worm works is that you banish this from your graveyard, and then you special summon a tuner that is level 2, and then is a worm type, just like that. And then from here, you could then synchro summon using Jet Dragon into a level 10 monster. More than likely, it's going to be Baron de Fleur. But if you already have cards that are banished in your banish zone, like this one, you could also go Bestial Displatter, because he's a big guy. So either Baron de Fleur or Bestial Displatter. Hanging out around my friends too much. That's okay. Bestial Displatter. Maybe not too much, just right. These guys are awesome. So Bestial Displatter. Let's see what we could do. So we could special summon this back, and then we could do it the whole shebang all over again. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna like showcase some other combos. We could do like Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, tribute as cost to special summon Azure. And now these guys can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. We could do Duality, and then go into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss once again. Then you have 2 Omni Negates. This one is buffed up where it can't be targeted or destroyed. So you have pretty awesome lineup right here. And then from here you could enter battle phase and then attack with these guys, and then this one will special summon a tuner when he inflicts battle damage. So you special summon this one. And then from here we could even just synchro summon these 2 for Baron de Fleur if you really want to. Or you could just simply go into Link Karibo. That's where the Link Karibo is important. And yeah, and then you search for the white. Then White Stone of Legends can search for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, so hopefully I got it right for you guys this time. And from here, we're just gonna maybe show a couple more things. There is one more thing I want to show you guys. How to bring out the Ultimate Dragon. So let's say we're going second. And we draw into like cards like Melody of Awakening Dragon. You always want to see that in your hand. Let's say we drew into Sage again. And let's say we drew into Ultimate Fusion. And we could always search Ultimate Fusion and Bingo Machine Go. But for this scenario, I'm just going to show you guys how to bring out Ultimate Dragon and all of his Ultimate C. So we'll just throw in a Jet Dragon. And we'll just throw in Dictator Dragon. You don't really need him in this combo. It's more of like a option or not really an option, but just like a good extender. So let's just say we have these. We draw for turn. Ooh, ultimate creature. I'll show you guys how to use that. So we'll start off with normal summoning stage of Eyes of Blue. Then the effect will trigger to search for White Stone of Legend, add to my hand. Melody Awakening Dragon, pay cost. I search for 2. So this one's gonna get the Blue Eyes White Dragon and the Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. And then the White Stone of Legend's gonna search us our Blue Eyes White Dragon. Just like that. Okay, so we have a pretty good lineup in here. And if they decide to draw and lock bird us, we just simply say, no problem. I'm done searching anyways. Just kidding. So let's see. We could go ahead and reveal Blue Eyes White Dragon to summon Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, just like that. Sorry if it's a little bit flashy, guys, if the glare is bothering you. So let's see. And then from here, we could just go ahead and do Ultimate Fusion if you want. So the secret of Ultimate Fusion is to at least get 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, in which Alternative White Dragon counts. So you could fuse just one of them, 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon with another dragon to go into Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Or you could fuse 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons to go into Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, and then up one more in the ladder, we could also go 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon to go into Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon or the Alternative Ultimate Dragon. So I'll show you guys how to do that. Just for the sake of honoring Kaiba and the OG, we'll just go Ultimate Fusion, fusing all 3 of these in order to summon the Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. Just like that. And if you fuse a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, what happens is that you get to destroy 1 face-up card in the field. Let's say you fuse for 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons on the field, you could destroy 2 face-up cards on the field. And if 3, you could destroy, if 3 on the field you fuse, and then you could destroy 3 face-up cards on the field, which is gnarly. So, we got this one out, and we get to shoot a card, and then we have a free shooter as well, and then destroy 3. So that was 1, 2, only 3 summons, so Nibiru's not going to do anything to this guy. And then special summon, because you destroyed a card, Jet Dragon, that's still 4 summons. You're still good, man. And then you could just attack from here if you want. But if you're not worried about Nibiru, then we could also use the effective Dictator Dragon. We're going to send a Blue Eyes White Dragon to the graveyard in order to special summon him. Just for the kicks. So the cool power about Dictator Dragon is that he controls the battle phase, basically. As long as you control Blue Eyes, you get to choose the opponent's attack targets. So it's a good thing we drew this one, so we'll use Dictator Dragon's effect. We're gonna discard any card that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon by name, or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and then we'll special summon this one. Any Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard. So I'll show you a trick of how to use Ultimate Creature Destruction. If you special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon while it's in the graveyard, you can reset it, just like that. And from here we have like an incredible lineup of all these dragons and spellcasters. Beautiful dragons and spellcasters. So we're gonna go ahead and synchro summon into Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. Or Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Oh, there you are. And he's an Omni Negate in the graveyard that actually comes up a lot. And then yeah, you guys are good from here. And then this should be more than, or this is not really enough to finish him, so you go, okay, your turn. They try something like to nuke your field, you could just go Ultimate Creature, make him unaffected. so that way they can't go after him to get through your guys. And then they try to attack Dictator D, you're just like, and then he makes you attack the Ultimate Dragon instead, like a boosh. And then, yeah, and then you just use this one to summon Azurai Silver Dragon, and then pump up your dragons, pump up your dragons, pump up your dragons, douche, douche. Anyways, so yeah, you could just go Azure and then make this where you can't be targeted or destroyed, and make your dragons even more badass. Okay, and then draw, and then there's another Dictator, but you're good. You got more than enough attack power. Okay, so I think I showed you guys all the combos, and I hope I did it correctly this time. I do apologize for my last video, and I hope that I made it clear this time how to play Blue Eyes in this, at least in the way I would. And I would show you guys how to use skill train in Blue Eyes, but we're kind of running out of time, but it's okay. It's pretty much straightforward. Just summon your biggest Blue Eyes monsters and activate skill train. That's why Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, the OG one, is there. So you could just park them out with skill drain on the field. And it's like really nostalgic. And it actually works too. Also, the Ringo Worm works when has another ability where if you have a non-effect monster on the field, you could special summon this from your hand, which is really cool. So you could have a free tuner as well. So if you have like Blue Eyes White Dragon or even Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon on the field, you could special summon this from your hand. I did come up when I had Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon on the field, so that's another reason why we play Ringo Worm. Just for a fun fact. So anyways, guys, sorry if it's a bit lengthy. I was kind of having fun with this tutorial, and I'm not gonna lie, so I apologize if I did get carried away. So that'll be it for the deck tutorial, guys. I hope this really helps. I did my best, and thank you all for your support and all. And without further ado, wish you all well. Be safe out there. Thank you for all that you do, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys. Have a great day.